Hey guys, it's Hannah, and this is bookwormstalk, and today I'm going to be reviewing Rootbound by Tarah DeWitt. This book caught me by surprise in the best ways. Not to make a direct comparison, but if you liked this, you'll like this. If you read Mariana Zapata's All Roads Lead Here, you're gonna love this. So it's a story about second chances. I'm gonna kind of like list the tropes. It's definitely a slow burn, and it's enemies to lovers, and it's so swoony, and it's like everything you've ever wanted. So plot. So it's a story about self-discovery and misbeliefs that have then kind of shaped your life, and about second chances. So it follows Logan Tate, a recent divorcee and a photographer. In a bit of a blunder, she gets roped into this contracted assignment that she kind of like agrees to without hearing the details, and it ends up being at her estranged family's ranch, which has become like the set or setting for a popular TV show. She photographs under a different last name, so there's like no name connection to the ranch. And at first she wants out of it, but the pay's good. She already agreed, like her boss bought the plane ticket, she's roped in, and this is like a couple week long thing. I think it's 6 weeks from memory. And she kind of goes back and forth between just like lying about who she is and hoping they don't recognize her, because when I say estranged, I mean estranged. Like her father has not had a relationship with her since I think she was around 7, like young, and has never really tried reaching out. No one in the family has. And so she's never felt wanted by them, understandably. But then she quickly kind of realizes that's not going to work, and she hopes that she can just keep it professional. And then there's Henry, who is very much treated as a son in the Logan family. He was raised by them, and they very much get off on the wrong foot. He picks her up from the airport. She's from California, and he's thinking, oh, good God, Valley Girl. And she's kind of icy to him, but it's not because she's trying to be mean to him. It's because the situation overwhelms her, and she's afraid because she hasn't had contact with his family, and it's just a worrisome thing for her. This is where the enemies to lovers thing comes in, and it's a slow burn, which are my favorite because it feels more realistic, and it gives a chance for some good angst. We love some angst. So that's all I think I can give you for like a non-spoiler area of the review. I do want to mention that this is, as of the filming of this video, available on Kindle Unlimited, and if you are new to my channel and you would like to subscribe, please don't forget to do that. I do post other book reviews as well as book-related content. I tend to read new adult, romance, some historical fiction, historical romance. I like romance right now. So that's everything for the non-spoiler section. Going forward, I will be talking about plot points and spoiler elements, so do go away if you are interested in reading this book, or if you don't mind hearing about the spoilers and you'll read it anyway, you can stick around. I'm not judging. So, okay, that's your warning. Okay, so I loved Tate's humor in this. She had such a clear voice throughout the story, like the RBG help me things. So let's talk about the twist at the end. I freaking loved the twist at the end. It made a slightly unrealistic element, but like willing suspension of disbelief. It made it click, and it made it just more realistic. Her grandmother being the one to like contract out her work, because it gets rid of the, what a coincidence. And it's like, no. I did that. I thought that was such a cool thing to add at the end, and I didn't expect it. I was totally fine with the coincidence. I'm on board. But that just like cherry on top. Loved that twist at the end. And I love that she followed her work and stuff throughout her career. Oh, that got me. That made me tear up. That's the thing I want to say, is how all these like side characters very much had personality. They weren't characters or silhouettes of grandmotherly figure. They had their own personalities, and I loved that. And I loved getting to know them without the story being like totally consumed by them. Like it was a great balance that was struck. I appreciated how much her father straight up owned up to everything. Any mistake that he made, he's like, yeah, I'm going to spell it out and apologize. Not, oh, I'm sorry for everything. Like, he gave detailed apologies. And I feel like that was extremely necessary for the kind of absence that he had, you know? I loved Henry. He just seemed like such a good dude. He really did. There was this one part that really like solidified it for me. Like if I ever had a question about whether he was a good dude, sealed this. But it's not fair to her or to me. If she doesn't want to set down roots here for herself, I can't be the reason for her to. I'm not enough of a reason. I think she could very well be enough of a reason for me, though. I think if she asked me to go with her, I couldn't deny her. And that realization terrifies me enough that I need to get out of the same room as her. I need to breathe. I love that there was that bit of separation, because he's totally right. Like, it would have been a choice to say for the wrong reasons, and I appreciated that just being in there. I had to mention it. Okay, I'm gonna read you my favorite quote now, and it only makes sense if you read it. It just feels like a nice quote if you haven't, but like, ooh, if you read it, you understand what I feel. All love at some point is always going to be devastating, isn't it? We all just want to be brave, to go after what we want, who we want, even if it means potentially losing pieces of ourselves, even when it means being intensely vulnerable. I want to love you until I'm absolutely devastated. Fuck. Ugh. I have a Spotify playlist to devastating songs. Ooh, also the music in this. The music was pretty good. I'm not a country person, but love folk. I'm not sure what other people call it as folk. I live in Texas, we would call this folk. Recently I heard like a subcategory in music called y'alternative. It's like alternative folk, alternative country, like y'alternative. I'm like, oh, yeah, I like that. That's fine. But yeah, the music in this, I like some of the music. There was this Ray LaMontagne song called Simple Thing. Let me see. Such a Simple Thing. That's what it is. Ooh, and the Basement Tapes, what's it called? When I Get My Hands on You is like the sexiest song. It's so good. And I've loved that song and I forgot it existed. I'm going totally off topic, but there was just so much I loved about this book. I hope that I hooked you. If you did like this video, I hope that you subscribe and stick around for some future videos. I hope that you enjoyed this one and I will see you next time. Bye.